Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Majestic Mexie. Today we're going to be looking at the Ghoul Genie that I did back on the January the 22nd. Here I'm just going straight in with my Kryolan FX wax and covering it with some Mehron Colorset powder just to keep it in place. And then I'm going to start mapping out the little ghouls, like little ghosts. This look is inspired by Lisa Marie _Murphy from Instagram. She done a peekaboo doll last year in June or July, and I absolutely loved it. I recreated that look, but then I've taken the Ghoul part of it and incorporated it into this look, because this is the last look for the Twisted Disney series that we're going to be doing. So I do apologise for the delay in getting this video up. The last time I posted was mid-January, I think. But in between streaming and editing, I've also got fibromyalgia, so I get acupuncture once a week. And so I'm sometimes resting in between, and sometimes I can't sit for any length of time to be able to do these kinds of tasks. So I'm just getting around to it today, unfortunately, but it's here. I'm just using my usual Snazaroo water-based paints for this, and some eyeshadows on top. We're going to be using the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. Beautiful blues in that palette. So we're just going to continue to fill out this little... It's meant to be when you rub the genie's lamp and the little bubble comes out of it. It's meant to be in the shape of that. So while this is getting filled in the background there we've got Krampus, which was a recreation of Glam and Gore's. And underneath on the skull lamp we've got the headpiece that was the part for Medusa, which was entered into the Max SFX's competition for our 1 million subs. I was one of the 9 runners up. And we've got Raikou from Death Note, which was another recreation of Max SFX, because they're my idols and I love them. So as you can see, I've just filled that in black. I'm now going in and popping some little eyeballs on, some little faces, and then we're going to take a black eyeshadow and start to shade all the outer parts of the white on the ghouls. It's just going to create a little bit of dimension, but later on I just thought it was a bit too black and white, so I ended up taking the shade Blue Monday out of the Jeffree Star palette and just popping it in as well, just to tie it all in a little bit, because there's a lot of blue in this look. Is there any looks that you would like to see me do? Anything that you'd like to see me create? You can drop it in the comments below, or you can also join the Discord and pop it in the suggestions section in the Discord. So the main shades that we're going to be using in the Blue Blood palette today are Blue Blood, Blue Monday, I'm Cold and Undertaker. But first we're taking our E.l.f. Cosmetics 16 Hour Camo Concealer and we're placing it all over the lid and buffing that in. This is going to just be an eyeshadow base because I've run out of my P. Louise base. Then going to do the eyebrows with Kifoni, I think it was called. I just grabbed something cheap off a Wish because I've run out of my Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. So we're just going to plonk this eyebrow on and hope for the best. Next up we're going to be taking that shade Blue Blood and just packing it on into the crease and buffing it up into the brow. Such a vibrant blue, it's beautiful. I started placing on Undertaker on the outer corner and I started buffing that in, but I'll be honest, I have a little bit of bother trying to buff that in with it being a concealer base. This concealer base, because it's quite a thick consistency. Maybe it's just my eyes, I'm not sure. But I get on a lot better with the P. Louise base and shading and buffings and things. But here I've just ended up taking a black shadow over the lids and we're just going to turn it into a black smoky eye. This is the Miss Rose Gel Liquid Lipstick Liner type thing. It's beautiful though, it's really good for smoking out smoky eyes and like I got that off of Wish as well. It's quite cheap, it's only about £5 including postage. Such a good little product though, I love it. So here I'm just continuing to pack on the black eyeshadow on top and buffing it in, alternating between the black and the blue till I get the desired buffed effect that I'm looking for. Here I've popped my hair up first because I'm finding that with the Snazaroo paint on the chest, if I end up doing anything above my arms, lifting my arms up, that the chest paint's starting to crack quite a bit and then I have to go over it again, then I'm having to use more product. I'm not sure why that's happening. I use a little squishy bottle, so I squish in the pan to get a nice consistency because if I don't, it's too watery, and if I don't use enough water, it's obviously too thick. But I get quite a good coverage, so I'm not understanding why it's cracking so much. I am looking to move over to Mehron as soon as possible. I do like Snazaroo, but it's just not working for me anymore, unfortunately. I'm just taking some white paint and putting in where natural highlights would be, and then I continue to go in with contour as well. I use a little bit of the Blue Monday shade from the Jeffree Star palette on the cheeks, and the rest is a dark blue water-based paint that goes around the head and under the neck. This headset is my body painting headset. It's from a brand called Fusion and it's really wipeable. It's durable, so it's been covered in paint every single time I do a look, but it always seems to wash off really well and it only costs about £20, so I have this one just for body painting and then I have a good headset for anything else that I'm doing. Here I'm taking the Blue Monday shade and I'm just buffing it into the side of the forehead just to create more of a bit of dimension, and added on some black paint as a block brow because I just felt like that brow wasn't standing out enough as well. And then I'm going to be adding on some white paint to the edges just to make them stand out a little bit better, and buffing it in with a dry brush, and I like to use my fingers sometimes as well. Sometimes a sponge, sometimes a Q-tip. I kind of just use anything, to be honest. Then I'm just filling in the edges with the black paint just to make that line between the black edge and the darkness of the inside, just to make the contrast deeper. Here we're adding on some more Blue Monday just to make that eye look a little bit more smokier, and touching up the crease at the top, because with that gel liner it does sometimes create a little line. And then we're just pulling it out with some Undertaker and black eyeshadow just to make it a little bit more smoky. This is the Blue Monday shade that I wanted to pull into the Ghouls just to tie the blue in a little bit better. I love the way that eyeshadow sits on top of body paint. See, if you're doing like a zombie effect on the chest and you've done all your paint, shadow just makes a whole world of difference. So don't be scared to try different materials. Eyeshadows, have old eyeshadow palettes, new eyeshadow palettes. I use everything that I can get my hands on for the look, I dive in it. I'm just taking this Blue Monday shade and placing it in areas where I'm trying to create a little bit of depth underneath the edge. If you would like to watch these streams live, you can catch me on mixer.com/majestic_Mexi, like it says in the big pink writing above my head. I'm on there on a Wednesday and a Sunday just now. I've cut it down a little bit now after Christmas. I'm going to be winding down the body paint to twice a week. So hopefully we'll get them posted onto YouTube as well. Next we're moving on to the bottom section, where I'm going to be adding a few little peepholes, I could call them, where the Ghouls are going to be looking out of as well. I end up doing another one where I'm painting right now, just for dimension, to make it look more aesthetically pleasing, to balance the look out a little bit. I added another one on. I am using my Spirit Gum and my crepe roll that I got in my special effects kit that I got for Christmas, my Mehron special effects kit, and I'm going to be creating Genie's beard. If you are going to be using Spirit Gum, make sure that you do have a Spirit Gum remover, because it's really tricky to get off, and it kind of hurts the skin a little bit if you rub it too much to get it off. So here I'm adding on my little beardy. Must ask you a question. This stuff tickled my nose so much. I had to keep trimming it with scissors because it just kept making me itch. There's so much hair, it goes everywhere, it goes absolutely everywhere, and I don't like hair, so it was a bit, but it was fun to do, it looked really good in the end. Just added a little bit of highlighter on my cheek there. I've also added in a little piece of jewellery for dreads. I tried to have dreads last year at some point, but I wasn't really good at them. But I bought the jewels for them, so I thought it looked really good in the beard. And then I ended up putting one in the bottom part of my ponytail and painting them with gold paint. Turned out really well.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you
Here I'm just filling in the section on the chest and adding in some shading where I feel like the more masculine parts would be. The collarbone and the sternocleidomastoid in the back of the neck. Here I'm just starting to add in some highlights above the brow and under the brow. Sorry about the mirror being in the way here. I'm just outlining the black of the Ghoul cut in the chest and adding some little eyes on. And this is my favourite part. I love dipping into shadow and adding it over paint. It just gives it so much more depth. This is the Undertaker shade that I'm just putting in the depths of the neck area. Ooh, and highlights too, they're my favourite as well. We're just popping them along the tops of the bones, and then we're putting in some demon nostrils. Not really demon, but more of a flary nostril. Really easy to do, and really changes the total dimension of a look. And now we're going to mix some white just to give those edges a little bit of a pop. I've added on some gold necklaces, and now I'm going in with some gold body paint and creating some veins and cracks. Kinda just felt like I wanted that when I put the gold chains on. I wanted to pull in some gold, and then when I put the gold on I thought, oh, now we need some white, And then when I put the white on, I need, oh, now we need to add some black. And I kind of get a little bit carried away, as you can tell.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and
I think this part really completely changed the look. If I'd have left it flat, I don't think I would have been happy with it. So yeah, I'm quite glad that I added in these kind of veiny lightning streaks.
without you. That I'm better off right here without you.
What do you think of this look? Do you think it's good? Do you think there's anything else that you would have added to it? I like to hear people's opinions and other people's perspectives on my content. So if you've got anything that you would have changed, let me know.
Scar remains, for we are better apart from all the pain. Distant like the stars up above. There's no love I cannot see. And in a moment, that's when I
I take a little look in the monitor to see lighting and shading and how things are going to look when photographed. So I'm just adding final highlights onto the flare of the nostril. And then I decided to take the white and put it in between the other one just to tie in the cracks or the lightning. I don't really know what it was, I was just going with the flow and this is how it turned out. And just popping the lash on to complete that glam side. And then I'm painting my little jewel gold on my beard, and I add one in the bottom of my hair instead of that bobble because it was quite chunky and I wanted it to be thin and match the beard. I'm painting my baubles gold to match, and we've just, like I just said, we popped that bottom one in. And I found this gold chain that I wanted to have kind of like a headpiece type thing, just to tie in all the chains on the neck. And like I said earlier on, I've just added in another one of those little cups with the little ghouls poking out. It actually looks like little peas in a pod. And now I'm just adding on some finishing touches, some shading here and there. And I think that's about us finished. So this has been my Ghoul Genie out of the Twisted Disney series. I've only posted Deceased DeVille so far, which is my last video. Other than that, we've done Monster Minnie Mouse, Zombie Ursula, Half Dead Snow White, Melted Cinderella, and we did Fromby, which is Elsa from Frozen as a pop art zombie. I might post that one as well. I haven't even put that on Instagram yet. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here and giving me your review, your time. It means the world to me. Oh, pop the little earring on here. If you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate that, as it helps me grow the channel. Once I get to 100 subs, I can change my YouTube name to Majestic Mixes. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care.